Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. That last Flashpoint, we took a beating, but we came out of it, and honestly, I've never been more confident in our company or our skills. Like, we are ready. We are ready for anything that the Reach can throw at us. That said, losses. Losses are somewhat inevitable, I suppose. So, you'll notice the Grasshopper is in for 5 days. It did not sustain 5 days worth of repair damage, but I moved a bunch of the components around too, and it struck me, as I was clicking confirm, that I could have just done a simple repair and then moved those components around while we were traveling. But my point is, we're going to sit here for 5 days. Is that... do I want to do that? Because we could just take the other Grasshopper, right? The Grasshotter, into battle instead. It's only a little bit worse. It's a very similar mech, except that its Alpha Strike is 40 damage lower because it doesn't have the big lasers. We don't get to use the machine guns on the other one all that often, so like the difference between the machine guns and the flamers isn't that big of a deal. I guess at this point this one's less effective because of the lack of double heat sinks. We also don't have that hit gyro. Yeah, we're going to do a 4.5 skull contract. Let's just wait the 5 days. I screwed up here and it's going to cost us a couple of days, but we'll get through it. Yep, we are definitely making a powerful enemy of the Federated Suns. I have a plan for this, by the way. We are, unfortunately, going to do another mission against the Federated Suns here, but I already checked. It is not going to... Oh, alright, hold on. It is not going to take our reputation down a level, and then I'm probably going to have to fix our reputation, and probably that's going to happen off-camera, because, well, hold on. I'll explain it in a second, actually, because I'm probably going to have to show you something. Guardian enters your quarters and snaps to attention, glancing between you and Darius. Which guy is Guardian? Okay, Guardian's one of the new dudes. Darius stares the mech warrior down. We've had a complaint about you, soldier. Causing trouble in the mech bay? That mech tech's got a grudge against me, sir. My mech's been opened up for way longer than anybody else's. Guardian, you do not have a mech. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous event. I'm going to tell Guardian to stay out of the damn mech bay until Yang says he's allowed to go back in the mech bay, frankly. Whoa! Later that week, Darius reports in. Well, Lily, Guardian did stay out of the mech bay. That didn't stop the technician from accidentally taking a spectacular fall in the hallway. Guardian has gained the Rebellious tag, and he has damaged our tech abilities, and also decreased the morale of the entire company by 2. Well, this dude's getting keel-hauled. It's space, we don't have a keel, but you know what I mean. I think we're gonna fire him. That is unacceptable. But here's the reason that I might have to get our reputation back up off camera. You can see max contract difficulty 1 skull. So it's going to be a process of doing a bunch of low difficulty jobs for them until we get them back up to a position where we could maybe properly be friends again. And I think that I do want to do that. I'm wondering about maybe being able to make an alliance with them before the game ends. They still want to do an alliance with the Free Worlds League. It looks like the rewards of the alliance flashpoints are not really worth going after, which kind of sucks. Those really should be something that pays out super well because of how hard they are. But I still want to do them because of how hard they are. I think that alone is a good enough reason to be into them. So I'm going to try to fix our Federated Suns rep. That's for later. Right now, let's do some hard missions. So we're going to do the 4 skull first, in the hopes of not sustaining any major damage, and then if we sustain major damage during this, we can fix it while we're on our way to a 1 skull world to do scut work, basically, for the Federated Suns until they let us back into the fold. So, wait a minute, hold on a second. When we break our alliance, it's going to damage our reputation with them, right? Break alliance, okay. Will not be able to ally with this faction for 365 days. This will reduce your reputation with your former ally by 75 points. Okay, so if we break the alliance with them, I believe it is the case that we will not be able to take these jobs anymore. Yeah, max contract difficulty will go down to this level. So, what I was thinking there was if it only drops our reputation a bit, we could do that and then take these jobs and doing those jobs would help drive it back up. But I guess we are, in fact, going to do these jobs first, then break the alliance. Allying with the Federated Suns would set our reputation with these guys to 0 anyway. So we'll probably... I don't know. This is too much thinking about the future. For right now, let's just do the jobs, right? We have long suspected that there is a pirate research station hidden in the Horsham system, and we've finally gotten wind of its possible location. We need a few brave and plausibly deniable mercenaries to secure the location for a dropship extraction. Okay? Plausible deniability is sort of what we do. Let's go capture a base. So, let's talk about motivation here a little bit, which is to say, the score system. We get points for every point of difficulty on every contract we do. A point of difficulty is half a skull. We also get points for sea bills that we earn. We don't necessarily get points for salvage. Points only count. We only get points from salvage if they complete a mech type that we don't yet have, or if we can use that salvage to earn further stuff, which means at this point that it has to be pretty good, right? We need either extremely good weapons or, again, basically at this point, just pieces of mechs we don't have. So, the point I'm making there is that we are heavily incentivized to take pay on pretty much all contracts, even though we don't really need money. The question is, at 4 skulls, how much usable salvage do I think there's going to be here? We certainly... I don't think 314 makes any sense. I'm going to go 1.6. This is going to almost put us down to negative 100 with the pirates. Our pirate rep is trashed, and I'm not going to bother fixing it. So, Centurion is out for a few days. Doesn't much matter who we put in. This is difficult enough that I want to put in somebody real. Rocket is an okay pilot for that thing. I kind of wonder if we maybe want to move Razor over to the Grasshopper. His heat management is sometimes a concern. I guess it's a cold world. You can have Hellebore do it. Let's swap Razor over onto this thing and then have Hellebore in the Atlas. The Atlas has better long-range weaponry. I think it does make sense for the sensor lock to be here. Or maybe it makes sense for it to be on the Atlas because the Grasshopper can jump around. It can usually find some kind of shot. Yeah, alright, let's swap those. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I might be overthinking it. This is just a 4 skull. So we are way bigger than this mission, right? We have a 5-symbol lance coming in here against 4 symbols worth of difficulty, but it's always dangerous, right? Not always, sorry. It's usually pretty dangerous even if we do outscale it, because like any time there's an AC-20 on the field, the thing that happened to Sand Cricket could happen again. We've mostly protected ourselves against like bad luck ammo explosions through mech redesigns, but it's still possible to get like a couple of shots to the same location and then unfortunate crits that would destroy a valuable weapon or something. So it's important not to get lax here. I can get lax when I do missions off camera. We're burning through those 1 skulls as fast as possible. Here, it would be good not to think this is going to be too easy. Here to capture this research station, let's do that thing. I hope Darius doesn't get mad about the fact that I am 100% not listening to him, like even a tiny little bit. Do you know how when you've worked for somebody, you worked with somebody for a long time, eventually you can just kind of predict what they're going to say to you?
Yes, Commander.
That's all it is, man. It's not that you're extremely boring. Nobody tell Darius that I think he's extremely boring.
Aye, aye.
On the move.
Boy, they really started us far away from this research station. Alright, well, it looks like we are expecting turrets. I mean, we see a couple of very obvious turret stands here.
Speeder in the chip.
Do our best to get within sensor range, because turrets are not much of a danger to us if we can take them out quickly. They only really become an issue when you get turrets and also mechs at the same time.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, and I might want to rebuild that other grasshopper a little bit so that it is a viable option when this one takes damage. Because it's a good idea to have a backup grasshopper, more so than with any of the other mechs even.
I'll make them dead.
This thing does it does take some damage from time to time.
Your time.
That said, it's also very good at that now.
Ready for orders.
That is really nice. Previously, it was always just under the threshold, and that's very frustrating. Alright, can't quite get a sensor lock this turn, but we can get it next turn. Now we are properly in sensor range. And I'm not sure how much more forward we need to move. I guess I'm not in any danger from the turrets here. They don't have firing range on us, so we may as well just come all the way forward.
Good to go.
Maybe I want to be a little bit careful with the Cyclops, right?
Confirmed.
I'm going to stay all the way out of sensor range even.
Yeah?
It's probably too strong to say that the Cyclops is a liability, but it definitely
On my way.
is a liability. It just also has some upside. Alright, be careful of additional forces. Reports are there are additional units in the area. Yep. Also, there might be turrets. I don't know if you know that. Hopefully we just get another quick kill here. Then we can sensor lock the one over on this side. Get rid of that.
Turret destroyed.
Be down to just one enemy turret by the time the reinforcements show up. That would be nice. Yeah, I don't quite have sensor lock range on the other one.
Copy that.
I gotta say, that's not really that dangerous of a turret in this position. It doesn't have vision of us at all.
Receiving you.
It does mean I don't get to shoot it with the big rifle either, though.
Moving to position.
Alright, so 232. Am I wasting a lot of ammo here? 180... Yeah, I shouldn't fire everything. I know I just did these calculations in the previous episode. I guess I can leave the 5 off. We need to find a double plus damage LRM-5.
One less turret.
Because if we had one of those, I actually could turn the 10 off.
Ready for orders.
You know what? You're fine where you are.
Copy that.
The thing is that battle computer is not really replaceable in terms of value. And this grasshopper is just like, it's so perfect in our lineup, right? Because we have a lot of mechs that have pretty limited ammo, but in a situation like this, we can just have the grasshopper handle the thing without having to worry about spending limited resources. It's fast, it gets on top of people, it has enough weapons that you can reliably hit the head a couple of times per volley. It's just really, really well suited to our needs, in addition to broadly being a pretty good mech. Alright, so this thing over here is a 90-ton mech that is moving on 1. It's possible that that is a body that we still need. Actually, I'm looking at our list of assaults. From the Flashpoint, we got more than half... After that Flashpoint, we are more than halfway through the list of assault mechs. Just to reset our heat entirely, which is pretty great. Okay, hey, I found all the rest of the enemies. 90, 80. Okay, well, that means that we're going to hit Vigilance. Let's just be careful. And then... Straight through the center is probably right. I can't kill him right now. I could try to just take his head off. We probably will get... We might get as many as 2 head hits. You know, if you hit the head with 2 plus damage medium lasers, you can actually just kill it. Am I going to try that here, or are we just going to focus center? This is going to put us down to 40. So we could precision strike with somebody else. I'm just going to focus center. Actually, he has Bulwark up, which I did not even look at.
Waiting for orders.
Would have made that headshot pretty weak.
Moving to position. Taking the shot.
Turns out we are packing enough firepower.
Target eliminated.
We are able to deal with that. And then I think we probably reserve down, right? I'm going to let them walk forward into our vision. 733. That is the type of Highlander that we already completed, unfortunately. So when I rebuilt the Grasshopper, I moved stuff around so that I was able to jam all of
How's
the
it going?
double heat sinks properly into the torso.
Waiting for orders.
I wonder... I guess we're not going to have much of a better shot than this. I don't love the fact that Highlander has Bulwark up. I'm kind of thinking that maybe it would be a good idea to focus on the other mechs first. Because honestly, for a mech of that size, his weapon loadout isn't exactly terrifying. Not really that much damage. The AC-10 is potentially capable of doing quite a bit, but we don't know if this guy has breaching shot or not. We may be able to avoid even taking full damage from it. So I think what I'm going to do here is have
Roger that.
the Cyclops run forward, hit this guy with the softer of our two LRM boats, and see if they expose anything more interesting before the King Crab's turn. Gotta start chipping away at that thing somehow. Alright, this is an 80 ton, maybe an Awesome? Nope, it's a Victor.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
A Victor with an AC-20, piloted by a quote-unquote elite sharpshooter. That is exactly the kind of thing that I was hoping they were going to reveal.
Consider me there.
Unfortunately, we can't precision strike. Okay, I love that, though. The Gauss Rifle hits center. Yeah, not bad. We'll be able to knock him down quite easily. Okay, they have another 733 on us.
Oh yeah.
This is unusually tough for a 4-skull. This is more like a 4.5 or 5, I would imagine. That's right. This mech or this lance is not. You can't really get much heavier than this. Like, if you're going to tell me that this is what a 4-skull looks like, then in what way are 4.5s and 5s more difficult? I guess maybe this lance couldn't have had a 100-tonner in it. But even so, like, especially the way the game builds the 100-tonners, I kind of think this might be more dangerous. We could jump forward or we could just go for it with the Grasshopper. I think we'd probably get him. Take us down to 41 resolve after the, or I guess 44, right? Because we have +3 resolve gain. So that's enough to precision strike one more time. I mean, we totally should get this. And this is definitely the most dangerous of the enemy mechs. The thing is, the only thing I'm thinking is that we could have the, we could reserve down to 2, have the Atlas shoot this guy first, have a reasonable chance of just blind firing into the kill, and then if we don't get the kill, he's laying down and we can kill him without spending any resolve.
Yes, Commander.
I like that, actually. And we can reserve down to 2 without letting any of them have a turn, so.
Good to go.
Alright, let's start with the Atlas. I'm going to move toward cover. Going to present front as much as possible here.
Position confirmed.
Alright. I'm not in real weapons range. Well, then that's not going to knock him down, so all of a sudden this is a terrible play. Great. Well, we go this way instead. We're not going to do any meaningful damage here. We'll probably take his SRM ammo and his LRM ammo if we aim there, though. We also could try to just roll the headshot, but with the AC-20 only having a 60% chance to even connect, I think this is a better play.
Let's see how you like this.
Ah, I hit the arm. Ah, no ammo explosion. But it's exposed.
Orders?
So now I am just going to jump in and, where's the damage to me currently? A little bit of damage on my right arm. But I don't want to do this. I don't want to turn so much that I show my back to the other Highlander.
Going there, boy.
Alright, Heliport. You know, he rarely gets to operate a mech that has so many jump jets. I guess I can see why he's excited.
Target acquired.
That's probably pretty cool. It's also, I'm imagining, probably pretty terrifying to do.
Hostile removed.
We might try to go for some head shenanigans on this guy.
Do this.
But for the moment, our best play is probably to just focus on killing the other one. So the good news is, we can fire into the heavily damaged arc already.
Taking the shot.
Come on, don't hit the arm. Well, okay, leg is fine, I guess. Yeah, that's not a bad start.
Target's taken a critical hit. What's up, boss?
So that was a point of damage. We're going to get another point of pilot damage. We get another point of pilot damage here in a second. Really, I can't shoot at him from the damage or in the damaged arc if I want cover. That's very unfortunate. Well, I would rather not have cover. I would rather get the correct arc shot than get the cover, especially since this guy's far enough away that he probably can't see the Cyclops anyway.
Confirmed.
Oh, we destroyed that jump jet. I actually would have liked that as loot. Yeah, I shouldn't count pilot damage. We're going to kill that thing, the center torso, long before we kill the pilot. Alright, so his weapons are all screwed up. He has just that AC-10, really, and it's got an accuracy debuff this turn. So I wouldn't be shocked to see, like, a sensor lock or something. He also might just try to shoot the Atlas, which is not really going to work. Yeah. Oh no, 25 of my armor!
Minimal damage on that hit.
This, on the other hand, this might be a little dangerous. Oh, weird. I guess they think they're focusing fire, but honestly, if you're firing at opposite sides of the same mech, you're still not really
Can't take much
focusing.
more of this.
And we could maybe... We might be close enough to jump behind this guy? Yeah, we totally are. He has a little tiny bit of heat up. When I fire my flamers... Or no, that's right, I didn't. I repaired the real grasshopper. Yeah, we could just jump and coolant vent, and then lay into his back armor. Not a guaranteed kill. But we don't really need to salvage any of these mech parts or anything. Like, there's no real reason for me to do anything other than try to kill him. Like, I don't need to be, like, trying headshots. But honestly, maybe it's worth going for headshots just because that is the most likely way to get a quick kill. If we jump into his left arc and go for the head. 52 resolve. We do this and go for the head. All of the damage that doesn't go to the head will at least go into that that relevant arm. It's possible I could get punched. But I'm still pretty fully armored. A punch wouldn't kill me. Unless it hit the head. Kind of like letting myself get AC 20'd. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try it.
Iron jump jet.
Let's go for the headshot, see if we can just get lucky, because it would be really nice to get lucky. We are definitely going to have to coolant vent if we want to fire everything. Yeah, who knows? Maybe 2 of the 35 damage lasers will go up there and we'll just get him. Oh, one of them did. Okay. The grasshopper just gets it done. Yeah, I think that was 35 damage laser, 25 damage laser, and then machine gun fire. Can't quite make it into the good firing quadrant here, but
Copy that.
we do get to point blank him with all the weapons and him having no damage reductions. There's a pretty good chance this is a kill.
Confirmed.
Yeah, Darius is going to land the dropship before the Atlas is even done firing.
Hostile removed.
Oh, I should probably occupy the research station.
Receiving you.
I always forget to do, like, the mission
Right
objectives.
here.
Okay, there we go. We got it. Sorry.
Roger
It
that.
took me a second to remember what we were doing here. Okay. I descend in the extraction ships. I think Karita will be pleased with the results. They usually are. they're going to be less pleased with what we're about to do to the Alliance. Listen, it was a pleasure working with you guys and everything. That's not bad pay. So, like I said, we don't actually need any of these mech parts. We finished all of these designs. Plus 10 damage medium laser is, in my opinion, the best piece of loot here. I think. These are really good. I would love it if we could get the Grasshopper entirely filled with these. Again, not least because they make it so much easier to get headshot kills. If all of the Grasshopper's lasers were 35 damage, then headshot kills would actually be somewhat likely. I can't do that math in my head that fast, but a point blank all weapons firing headshot kills would be fairly likely. All right, let's do the other one. That one went down pretty easily, even though I was very concerned about the size of the enemy lance. So we've discovered that the Federated Suns have reactivated an old manufacturing facility in this system. To maintain the balance of power, the Draconis Combine needs you to capture this facility. You make a surgical strike, occupy the base, it's the same mission. Got it. I did that mission a moment ago, I can do it again. Here, it's possible that we could see real big assault class mechs, and so maybe it's a good idea to take an additional point of salvage. Yeah, I'll go 210 on this one. We still need both of the awesomes, the Highlander 733P, which is slightly different, apparently, a Banshee 3M, and the Stalker. We need more Stalker parts. I was pretty pleased with the way this worked out. I think we just roll the same thing again. Worth noting, this is a Badlands biome, so the heat management on the Grasshopper and the Atlas will be a little bit more important this time. We should be in very, very good shape here. The only mech that does not have coolant vent on it right now is the Crab, and the Crab is fairly good about heat. Darius is like, they haven't told us what this factory is producing. Dude, it doesn't... That's not our job. Knowing stuff isn't our job. I guess it sort of is his job. I don't know what else what else we might be paying him for. Certainly not paying him to estimate difficulty. Yeah, it would be cool if we could find a Stalker. I would like to finish a Stalker, because I think that thing has some potential. I'd like to see what we can actually do with it. Alright, we should recon the facility's defenses from a defensible position. Well, I'm going to recon the defenses from a nearby position. Nearby is my my favorite position, on account of we're running all these assault mechs.
Yes, I'm there. On the move.
I want to take it a little bit more carefully with the Grasshopper jump in this time. And a turn where we just jump and don't fire any weapons obviously is not a turn where we are generating any meaningful heat. We just have to be cautious. Contact already, huh?
We've got an unknown.
Ah, the enemy mechs are between us and the... Okay, there's a 733P. Here we got a 100-tonner, here we got an 85. So what's the difference on this one? Honestly, it's just a PPC instead of the AC-10. I actually think that's weaker in this in this biome. The extra heat generation. So that suits us just fine.
Roger.
Now, this is kind of a bad thing, because we don't really want to be fighting the mechs while the turrets are still up. We obviously do not have a choice in the matter. I kind of want to reserve down. Thinking, like, they're all going to be standing around in guard mode, probably most of them with Bulwark. It might be a good idea to have them come forward, but also, I'm standing around without Bulwark. And we're probably not going to get any of them moving until 1. I'm going to reserve down. We have a lot of evasion pips here. Okay, get this Highlander to expose itself a little bit. I have no idea if we have any pieces of this thing already. If we do have at least one piece, we could, and we kill this through headshots, we could complete another one of our assault mechs. I can get into cover, but I can't get into a cover position where I have a shot. There's cover over here that has a shot in it, but unfortunately, this definitely leaves me vulnerable to turret fire. The enemy turrets being here, 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 and here. Yeah, I'm vulnerable to probably all of them. I doubt that all of them will be long range. It'll probably be like 2 and 2, as it often is with the close range turrets. I don't know if the positions for close range turrets are like marked in the code or if it's random. I would think that you would want the close range turrets here and here, given that the road into the base is on this side, but we don't know if the game actually works like that, right? Maybe I have somebody else start.
What can I do you for?
The Atlas can't get into actual firing range here. I could just have the Grasshopper fall all the way back. We can lose vision of them, but then have the Atlas do the sensor lock and still get our shots off. And by giving this thing a target to shoot at, we at least got it to unbulwark. That's probably reasonable. Just get safe. Take advantage of our advantages. That 100-tonner probably does not have jump jets, right? I probably don't have to worry about it, like, surprise revealing the Grasshopper. Okay, we are well within sensor range over here.
I copy.
Oh. I don't need to be in sensor range, though. I can just see it. Well, then, give me a sensor lock on something else. What is that? Nope, that is outside sensor range. Okay. Show me the 100-tonner.
Got a lock.
Is a king crab with the double AC-20 loadout? Yeah. Alright, it's dangerous. Probably gonna have to go for the head. I can't remember what weight the Stalker was at. Is it 90?
How's it going?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. We can afford to expose the crab. I wish I could get in range for a Gauss rifle shot here. So, we could go to the head in the hopes of just pulling that lucky... Oh, no, that's right. I don't have the rifle. We could... This thing constructed basically the same. Yeah, I could try to blow out the left torso. The health difference between the left torso and the center torso really is pretty significant. How much damage do I do? 79% of 95% of our shots. Could I reasonably get that to be 100 or 230 damage? Yeah, maybe. No, 79%. No, too many of the missiles are going to go to the wrong parts of the body. I probably don't get this destruction. And this guy is storing his ammo differently than the other build. The LRM ammo is on the other side of the body, so we wouldn't be able to get an ammo explosion here anyway. I'm just going to go center. Okay, that was pretty good. Oof. Well, it got us with one.
Reporting major armor lock.
I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to have the range to make that
Ready for
shot.
orders?
Well... Can't get a direct shot. Might not even go for it if I could. Kind of thinking I might just go for the crab, actually. Ah, that sucks. It has entrenched. So we are just not going to be able to knock it over then. Yeah, I guess let's keep working the Highlander in the hopes of actually killing it. I think we're going to go for some grasshopper headshot stuff on the king crab. It's our best shot at getting that thing down. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that very easily without exposing myself to turret fire. And it would be a lot easier to do if I could get the small lasers to actually fire. Because 35 damage plus the 30 damage small laser is also lethal. I do not have the 60 resolve necessary to make that a good shot, though. And all of them move on 1. Hold on.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Pull down to 2 so that we can explore the full range of tactics available to us. If I move up to here, we can try to just pop the Highlander with a non-aimed shot. If that works, we'll gain enough resolve to be able to use vigilance and precision strike with the grasshopper, which will make me feel a lot better about jumping up here. And the Atlas is still deep enough in the trench over here that it's only hittable by 1 turret. Definitely don't want to stand on the uneven ground. Yeah, let's try that.
To position.
It could work. Please, please, please. Nope. Didn't get it. Neither one of the autocannons went center. Did manage to take his arm off.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, well he is very killable now then.
Something I can do. Standing by.
Does Saber have enough damage? Like, did we do any center torso damage? No. I think I might have hit the center torso with 1 SRM. So we can't really get that. Get the King Crab up and cannot, unfortunately. Yeah, cannot quite get the shot that I need with the rifle. What we can do... Well, I was going to say we could split fire the Gauss rifle at the crab, and just hope for a lucky headshot with the thing, but if I do that, I don't get the center torso target, which I actually do need. We're going to make this work. And there's no position from which I have the rifle shot on the on that thing, probably because the King Crab is blocking my fire. So I guess we will just move to here.
Coordinates received.
Put everything into the center torso. 90% of 95% of these missiles hit. That would be enough to do it.
On it.
It never does quite seem to be as many missiles as the area targeter suggests, but we still might get it. Okay, cool. And that gives me enough resolve to work with.
That. What's up, Commander?
Grasshopper is going to take a serious beating. If I jump up to right here, I have a somewhat obstructed shot, but also the rock formation might actually protect me. I might only be targetable by that turret this far back. Yeah, alright, I'm going to go for it. Cyclops Q, and we don't know what that is. I gotta say, that build is not exactly inspire terror in me. Get our bulwark up. Come on. Structural weakness inherent to all king crabs. The problem with the king crab is that the head is on the front of the mech, not the top. That's very dangerous. 5. Oh, man.
Waiting for orders.
Well, it definitely only gets 1 more turn. The question is, will it kill me during that turn, basically? I cannot reasonably kill it with Saber. Only 1 LRM. I believe it is the case that only 1 missile from each missile launcher can hit the head. So I would have to hit that shot with both of these launchers. It is simply not going to happen. And at this point, any damage done to the king crab is kind of wasted because we know the headshot's how it's going down. So I'm going to start working on this guy. But yeah, the grasshopper will definitely be able to finish the job that way, provided that it doesn't get cut in half by autocannon fire. I will say this thing's running pretty hot. It might not be able to fire both the AC-20s, because they do generate a lot of heat. And if he intentionally overheats himself, his head might collapse. Right, because when you take an overheat, it does a small amount of structure damage to each part of the body. I'm not sure exactly how much damage it does to the head when you do that, but it might be 5. 5 is totally a possible value there. Oof. Okay.
That hit hard.
It did hit pretty hard. So the only real concern now is those turrets. The turrets were not able to get me.
Receiving you.
Okay, Grasshopper jumps down to a position of safety. Safe-ish. I want to be safer than that, but I'm not going to be able to get him from anywhere over here, huh? This is pretty deep. I would really prefer it to be a spot where I get the small lasers, though. Just for maximum odds. Ugh, he was very careful not to walk forward enough to be in a position where I was going to get the shot clean. This probably does it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weapons, and any one of them hitting the head is a kill. I really want the small lasers. If I jump down here, the Cyclops can definitely shoot me. Alright, I'm going to take the safer move. Because we don't have the resources to fire off Vigilance again.
Got it.
And if this doesn't work, I'll be sad. Okay, we got it. God, I love this Grasshopper.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, we still don't know what that 85-tonner is, right? Stand here, get actual cover.
Move order received.
You know, this is darkened, like it's in danger. We do still have 187 health there. It's not that big of a deal.
All weapons are go.
Okay, we got some lucky clustering there on the autocannon shots. Not enough to actually take the arm off. If we finish the job there, he loses the LRM-10 and 1 medium laser, so it's not even that big of a deal.
Good to go.
But also, this mech's not really that dangerous.
Firing full complement on enemy.
You know, it has entrenched, but I'm wondering if we still might be able to get a knockdown. Not that the knockdown would do anything really meaningful.
Okay,
No, we
something
can't.
Good.
Assault mechs with entrenched may as well be impossible to knock over. Another thing that I like a lot about having Centurion pilot the Grasshopper is that sure footing makes it so she always has entrenched. Okay, so that guy's just about dead. And I do believe we've got this. The turrets don't seem to be able to fire at us at long range, because I have to imagine... Well, you know what, again, we did jump up to a position where I think only that turret would have had line of sight. So there are probably no LRM turrets, but like there could be sniper turrets back here that we don't know about yet. Oh! Hey, it's one of those stalkers. Apparently that's how heavy stalkers are. This thing carries enough weaponry that it looks like it was one of my designs.
Give them everything you've got.
Okay, well. I am not afraid of this dude. I wonder if we could take the head off this stalker. I do have the resolve to go for the full Grasshopper move, and I know we have a lot of heat on us right now, but that's fixable. This is potentially going to expose me to a lot of angry turrets, but we'll have Vigilance. I'm going to go for it.
Fire and jump jet.
I wouldn't do this if Centurion was the pilot.
Reading enemy contacts, Commander. You need to
Oh, right, the
secure
turrets aren't actually online at the beginning of the mission, right? Or maybe there just aren't any. Because we can actually see that. Weird. Alright. Vigilance, coolant vent, and precision strike. Just press all of the buttons on the mech. Really, even with the coolant vent, I still can't fire everything. That definitely harms the plan. That's a lot of head damage. Yeah, 2 of the 35s hit. Okay, we're taking home a Stalker. We definitely have 1 Stalker piece. Okay, and then this guy, like the Atlas has this cleaned up, right? Apparently, I have to coolant vent here as well. Boy, it really is a very different biome, huh? I probably could have not fired so many weapons there, I guess.
Target neutralized.
Okay, well, I think this would be a good time to jump back to safety and just brace a lot.
Impact.
I guess I want the king crab and this guy to come forward enough that they'll have good direct shots if more trouble does arise around the base. But we are definitely just going to brace until everybody's heat zeroes out.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Okay, glad I did it. Do we have any idea? Nope, no current
Ready
traces.
for orders.
You are showing 82 and 78 points of torso armor, so we're probably we're not like in terrible danger here. I'm gonna see if I can make it to the trees over there before whatever it is catches up with us. Nope, I got a reading. There it is. 60. Okay. Heavy lance coming in as reinforcements. Not as bad as it could have been. Doesn't mean they get to move a little earlier. Oh, 2 of them are up here. Not all heavies. Well, let's just turn around and fight them. Neither one of them has any cover or anything, so this is definitely the moment. I have the ability to center torso target this victor with it not having any evasion or anything. I think I'm going to take that.
On my way.
Yeah, we might well be able to just get rid of this thing right now. Excellent. God damn, this Atlas mounts a lot of weapons. Yeah, I think that feels like the biggest difference between my designs and the AI's designs is that they don't usually mount enough weapons that are effective at any one range to do a thing like the thing we just did. Although, to be fair, they also don't get precision strike.
Heavy damage.
Waiting for orders.
I know that there are mods out there that change that, to let the AI have access to the full range of abilities and make them somewhat proficient with them, or at least that's the idea. I'm definitely interested in trying some of that out. This campaign still has a lot of time left in it, so I can't say when that might be. I certainly don't want to be running two BattleTech games right next to each other because I will get confused. I guarantee you that. But I am definitely interested in checking those out once we get this wrapped up. I would just stay right here in the cover and give this guy everything. A little bit of lucky center targeting. He really doesn't have that much health left. Yeah, alright, cool. So there's probably only 2 mechs left. In fact, yes, we know there are only 2 mechs left in this group. One of them is probably a Thunderbolt. Or no, Thunderbolts are 65, right?
Yes, Commander.
I can run into cover.
I'm on the move.
That is a quick draw. A quick draw with Bulwark, but quick draws only have 185 center health. So I know I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, but it keeps working, so
Gonna make some trash.
I'm gonna make some trash.
Solid connection on that one.
The famous quote from Helivor's mother, who he holds near and dear. Okay, 70 ton, probably a Grasshopper or a Black Knight or something. Okay, that was 36 damage through Bulwarks. That's an AC 10 and a PPC we just saw there.
Yes, Commander.
Are Orions are heavier, aren't they? I think. Yeah, I don't know exactly what mech that is.
Full speed.
Not terrifying, though. Whatever it is, it's something we can definitely deal with. I can't quite make it into the front arc, which is a shame. How close is he to dead? We definitely got through the armor, but it was only a little bit, right? Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to kill him from the side. I think I will maybe not even bother with the precision strike. Because with the 40% damage reduction, I'd have to hit for like 160-ish. And it would have to go to the center, and only half of the fire is going to go to the center with the precision strike. You try to burn through his torso real fast? I guess that's worth a shot.
Target acquired.
I guess maybe what I should have done... You know what? Yeah, I screwed up. What I should have done there was go for the leg.
Solid connection on that one.
Because I probably could have taken his leg out.
Commander.
And then we would have had free precision strikes on him. Maybe could have finished him here. Could have finished him on his next turn. Or on our next turn, because he already moved this... Wait, did he already move this, this turn? Maybe he didn't. Maybe I precision striked him before his turn.
I think I hit something good.
I don't know, I guess we're about to find out. No, okay, he did.
Waiting for orders.
So never mind, not a real concern. He is definitely already dead. I'm gonna reserve here. Because he doesn't act till 1.
Roger that.
I'm gonna let this thing do whatever it wants to do, and then I'm gonna try to finish him off with the Atlas, because the Atlas is not gonna be able to attack this, right? Okay, it was a cataphract. Yes, the Atlas can't attack this thing. The Grasshopper probably can.
Good to go.
Then we can focus everybody else up on it. Oh no! The Atlas can barely deal any damage here at all. Yet he still has too much health to be killed by just... Oh, well, I get to fire everything. I just kind of assumed that at this range I would only have the AC-5 and the laser. Alright, let's just go center. This is definitely overkill, but it's important to get him down.
Tango
So we'll
down.
get to precision strike the cataphract with the Grasshopper next turn before the cataphract's turn.
Order.
Which means that we'll push it down to 1, so I get to fire 3 mechs at it now, and then the whole squad one more time before it gets a turn.
On my way.
I have to imagine this is going to be good enough.
Target.
We basically just need to get like any amount of damage
Yes, Commander.
on its center torso. Make the Grasshopper's job a little bit easier next turn. Fortunately, it looks like we are mostly going to be able to fire into the front arc, because it came up at us kind of slanted. Yeah, I'm seeing that center armor get all darkened, and in fact... Oh, you're going to be knocked down.
Getting out.
Okay, well, yeah, that's definitely game then. You are 100% dead. God, I love LRMs.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Alright, so the Grasshopper is just going to trivially cut him in half, and then that's probably it, right?
Okay. Now the gloves are off.
Those were 2 relatively tough lances. I can't imagine there's going to be anything else on this mission. It's super weird that when you miss something like that, the laser doesn't just like go off to the side a little bit. It hits like 50 or 60 yards away. Listen to me speaking in American over here, measuring distances in yards. Honestly, Americans don't even really do that.
You got it.
The yard is like the most imperial unit of measure, used by no one anywhere for anything except for American football.
Location confirmed.
Because the fact is, right, a yard, for the I guess for those of you who are not super familiar from non-America parts of the world, a yard is 3 feet. So anything that you can measure in yards, you can also trivially measure in feet. So we really don't use it for anything. Alright, given what we've seen here, I'm guessing Karita will be very pleased with our work. Honestly, at this point, I don't care what they think of us anymore. We've given them everything, our blood, sweat, and tears, and they have the audacity to only give us a little bit of lost tech. Can you believe it? How could I stay allied with such a group of people? Like I said, maximum confidence in our people and their abilities at this point. So we are definitely completing this Stalker. And also getting a plus 10 damage, plus 3 accuracy light laser. I guess, or large laser. I probably should have looked. If there was a hit defense gyro or something, I probably should have taken it over the Stalker parts, because we definitely will see more Stalkers. I just got tunnel visioned on the loot table there. That was definitely a mistake. Not looking, at least, was a mistake. It may be that we took the right loot, but we don't know for sure that we took the right loot, and that's just That's just silliness. How are you going to get outplayed? How are you going to make execution mistakes on a menu? I gotta calm down, man. Alright, so that's the last job that we have on this system. At least the last job we can take. Like I said, I think I'm going to maybe bum around Davian space a little bit. Look for One Skull worlds where we can regain some Davian reputation. So if I do that, I'll do it off camera. I did, by the way, go back and look at all of the previous videos and construct a map of where we have been. There are definitely some systems that we need to visit in this part of space still, so I'll pick up all those as well. And then we will probably, let's see, let's put the Stalker in place of the Cataphract. It's hard to imagine we're going to use this Cataphract for anything. Yep. Okay. Let's have a look at the Stalker before we quit for the day. But yeah, when I come back, hopefully we will have a good direction for the future. So first things first, the Stalker. 85 tons, 6 energy hardpoints, 4 missile hardpoints. Interesting design. Now, it's an assault class mech at 85 tons, but the way the jump jets work is kind of weird, and it will actually mount heavy jump jets, not assault jump jets, right? Yeah, heavy jump jets are 60 to 85 tons. So, with 44 tons remaining, and actually, like, still reasonable amount of armor, I wonder how effective one of these would be in a sort of a grasshoppery role, but missile-based, a little bit more missile-based, more SRMs. I think you could maybe make an interesting build for this. Juggernaut and Ranged Assault. Notable for its incredibly poor heat management, which is the cost it pays for amazing damage output. Yes, I'm familiar with that particular exchange. Just like, hold on here. Let's real quick here try and lay this thing out. What would this look like? Let's say we put, yeah, we got all these double plus damage SRMs. Let's say we put a bunch of SRMs in it like this. And then, what, medium lasers? Maybe like a large laser, potentially, but mostly medium lasers. What's the tonnage that we're looking at there? Let's say medium laser, and then we want it to have something to do as it approaches. We could throw that really cool large laser we just picked up. I don't know why I put it in the side that already had a weapon instead of the side that didn't. And then that is 24 SRMs per volley. What am I doing? Ammo is in weapons, not equipment. It's 24 SRMs per volley at 100 SRM, or at 100 missiles per bin. We probably want like 3 tons of ammunition. And that leaves us with a ton of weight. So we can't really increase the SRM output anymore. We could put some more large lasers in it. We could even mount a PPC potentially with this much weight remaining. We are we are generating 126 heat with each Alpha Strike, but we could throw an exchanger in there, right? We have a couple of those good exchangers. One, apparently. So that'll bring the heat down to 107. We have to mount several tons worth of heat sinking in this, obviously. But the fact that it mounts the lighter jump jets means that we could throw 3 jump jets in it pretty easily. 3 jump jets though. That means that it only moves 95. It's slow like a bigger assault mech. I don't know. We might be able to do something like this. I'll have a look at it. The amount of remaining weight is definitely compelling. We could probably even armor it up a little bit. Yeah, there's possibilities here. Anyway, I think that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when I will have made some decisions about this Stalker and maybe flown us around Davian space for a while. And we'll see you then.